Skills Training Videos welcomes you to this visual training presentation on the topic of forklift truck operation. The Forklift Truck Operator series has been developed in the interest of improving your knowledge and skills as a professional and world-class operator. This is part 2 of Module 1, and we continue to discuss the basic parts and components that all go together in the construction of typical counterbalanced forklift trucks. In this section, we will deal with the topic of transmissions. A transmission, in automotive terminology, means the mechanisms used to deliver the power generated by an engine or a motor to the drive wheels in order to have a vehicle move. The transmission therefore couples or connects the engine or motor to the driving wheels. There are basically two commonly used types of transmissions fitted to forklift trucks, namely a torque converter or a hydrostatic drive. Both types require some very complicated explanation as to their operating principles, and this is not within the scope of this training series. Let's now look at the controls on a vehicle fitted with a hydrostatic drive. The first thing you'll notice is that there are foot pedals marked with arrows. This is a typical layout, which is known as a two-pedal operation. The up arrow pedal, when depressed, causes the vehicle to move forward, and the down arrow pedal, when depressed, causes the vehicle to move in reverse. If no pedal is depressed, then the vehicle will stop. Now, from an operating point of view, there is a very important point we need to mention. That is, you must not change direction with a torque converter transmission whilst the vehicle is moving. The vehicle must come to a complete stop before the direction control lever is moved to the opposite direction. Failure to stop will result in severe mechanical damage to the transmission. An advantage of the hydrostatic transmission is that you can shift between forward and reverse while the vehicle is moving without damaging the system. If we turn our attention to electric vehicles, we will discover that we have already looked at a typical transmission. This we saw earlier when we discussed motors. The wheel motors are in effect the transmission of an electric vehicle. In the next section, we're going to look at typical braking systems.